do.
Welcome back to Money Exchange. Christmas is well on the way, and if you're heading overseas for the holiday season, you're going to want to know who can give you the best travel card deal and where you should and shouldn't exchange your money. David Brown from Best Exchange Rates joins us from London. Hi David, and welcome to Money Exchange.
Hi Andrew, thanks for having me on the show.
David, you've created what I think is a fantastic website, bestexchangerates.com, that can help save us some money when travelling overseas. Tell us, what's the most cost-effective way to change our money when we're travelling internationally?
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but one of the worst aspects of getting back from an overseas trip, besides the jet lag, of course, is all the roaming fees on your credit card, and that's for using an ATM abroad, or also the dreaded foreign transaction fee, which is basically your bank charging you for the privilege of using a card abroad. So a great way to avoid these sort of fees is to use a prepaid travel card, which is like a debit card where you can't spend more than what's loaded on the card. But the difference is there's multiple currencies, so you could load up to 10, 15 currencies. And because you can load them in advance, you can pick time. So for example, if you were planning a ski trip this northern winter 6 months ago when the Aussie was at 80 cents, and now it's around 70 cents, although it's gone up a bit after the ECB disappointed the market last night, you're looking at a 15% increase in the cost of your trip. So that way you can buy the US dollar in advance, leave it there on the card. It's a lot safer than having cash lying around. And then when you're abroad, you're spending US dollars, so your bank's not going to charge you these extra fees.
So David, if I exchange my money at the airport, I presume that's the most expensive way to exchange my money. I'm going to get charged probably about 5 to 7%. If I change it and put it on a travel card, what's the percentage I'm going to lose on a card versus changing into cash?
Yeah, they say the closer you get to the departure gate, the more you're paying for your exchange rates. Even if there's a difference between when you're on the outside of departure and inside, it gets more expensive. When you're approaching the gate, you might pay up to 10%. For these prepaid travel cards, you're probably looking at more around 3%. So you're looking at a 7% saving, which is huge.
So tell us a little bit about your website, Best Exchange Rates. I'm going to the States with my family for Christmas. What's the quickest and easiest way for me to get a travel card from your site?
Yeah, well, basically, go to bestexchangerates.com or .com.au, put in basically your currency that you're looking for, and because it's important to pick a currency card that has the currencies for the region you're going to, because you're much better off using one of the currencies you load on the card. You can use other currencies, but then you're going to pay exchange rates that are similar to what you'd get on your own credit card. So you can come to Best Exchange Rates, put in the currencies, put in the amount, and then we'll supply a list of providers that are best suited for you. So you click through to those providers and they'll send you out a credit card. So it's good with prepaid travel cards to plan a little bit in advance, because they've got to send it to you, you've got to activate the card. So it's better for the more organised traveller. You've got to do it maybe at least a week in advance.
All right, by the sounds of it, Best Exchange Rates is the best place for us to jump online and get the best travel card deals. David, again, I appreciate you getting up nice and early, and it was great to have on your program this evening. Thanks so much.
It's a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Well, that's all we have time for tonight. We trust you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back at the same time next week. I'll see you then.